Well, I'm sitting here, hello YouTube, trying to figure out how I'm gonna redesign my web page, and maybe I'm not. It seems to be working pretty good. I just passed the 250,000 mark for views. Got 228,000 so far. That's kind of fun to do. My dog's chasing the cat. Oh joy a la mode. Oh hey, there's an ugly mug. Look at that ugly chin. Hey YouTube, I'm back. Hey, I figured out. Come here, you. Come here, you. You want to say hi to? Hold on, I gotta throw. Yeah, the dog spoiled rotten. She has toys. Here, kid, chase that toy. There, I got rid of the dog for 10 seconds. Now I can make a video. Uh-oh, here she comes again. Persistent little character, I'll tell you what. Anyway, I just got done snow plowing again today. It's been snowing like crazy here in Idaho, and of course that means I get to plow it and shovel it and all that, and it's awesome. I enjoy the work. It dawned on me that I haven't yet reviewed a 5-star rated book, and I have quite a few of them. But this one holds a special place in my heart because I've had it for, probably 20 years. And I wore my first copy out. When I first read this silly book, this wonderful silly book, I read it till I wore it out. It was utterly astonishing to me. And now since then, I returned to it several times to reference it, and or to get an idea from it, to talk with someone on the email and the internet and all that. And I'm deeply impressed with the serious attempt that B.H. Roberts made to grapple with the Mormon Doctrine of Deity. And that's the name of his book, The Mormon Doctrine of Deity. This is a reprint. It was a series in the Improvement Era articles. So those of you who have Gospel Link 2001 or any of the old Gospel Links, I believe they have the old Improvement Eras starting at 1899 and they go up to somewhere through the 1970s. You can look these up in the Improvement Eras and read them if you can't find this book. Now Horizon Book reprinted this thing. What's his name? What's his head? The guy that wrote Prophecy Key to the Future. Dwayne Crowther. Yeah, boy, I'm getting old. I'm showing off my age. I have Halfheimer's, Not Alzheimer's yet, just Halfheimer's. I'll get Alzheimer's here in about another 55 years or so. But Horizon Books republished the book, and I got it. I gave it to my dad for Christmas, and I gave several copies out for Christmas projects, so gifts. If you can get this book, go ahead and get it. If not, if you have the Gospel Link or whatever, you still have access to the information. And I'm just going to review some of my notes. He discusses ex nihilo in an extremely interesting way, quite a good manner. He describes the idea of God as a necessary being. He discusses how God is limited, yet infinite. He discusses how God is not absolutely infinite. He talks about the plurality of gods, the examination of the Hebrew word Elohim, and he has some articles in the back as an appendix. The oneness of God, is the oneness of God physical or not? He discusses the issues of God is not after the image of any of the idols. He discusses men and God being of the same race. He discusses the unchangeableness of God and what that means. And he also discusses the changeableness of God. And that's not blasphemous. After you read his information, you'll see this idea. The main premise that Robert uses for God, this idea, this theme, is he uses Jesus as the exact replica, as the full and total revelation and meaning of Jesus' Father, the Father in heaven. And yet they are separate beings. The Father was still in heaven while Jesus came to earth. Obviously, they are not the same being. Anything and everything that Jesus is, his Father is. And this is simply an outstanding treatise on that particular topic of the idea of the gods. He examines the scriptures, Genesis 1, 26, 27, of course. And he talks about the Father alone is God argument. And he discusses how a God presides in each world, and an infinity of God among the universes, and so on and so forth. It's one of the most complete. I believe he put this together. It's an actual discussion with Reverend Vanderdonk, an Episcopal preacher in Pocatello, Idaho, which is just south of me, 1 hour, my home state. So he discussed this theme of how does philosophy describe God? How does philosophy fail to describe God? Things like that. It was a really complete treatise. I have received so much enjoyment from reading and rereading this book. That's why I give it a 5-star rating. It is a reference book, but incredibly enough, this wonderful text, which seriously you would do well to get. I mean, it's in B.H. Roberts' style. He loved to argue. He loved to gather information and present themes for a thesis and so on and so forth. He was the best that there was in his day, the early 19-teens and up into the 1920s. But he has been surpassed, and I will review some of the authors who have gone beyond what Roberts did, but as far as a base, as a beginning, to get you warmed up to the way the scriptures are interpreted, to understand basic nuts and bolts philosophical terms, their meanings, what they don't mean, how the Greek philosophy has been misinterpreted, how it is being reinterpreted, so on. B.H. Roberts is sensational for that. A very, very good start. Not the end-all, be-all. At one point, I felt he was the end-all, be-all, but I have found some others who have surpassed Roberts. That doesn't mean Roberts is useless. Oh no. This is a 5-star book. It's called The Mormon Doctrine of Deity. If you can find it and get it, I promise you'll be thanking me. Once you read this, you're going to go, wow, that was fabulous. Trust me, just get the book if you can. If not, it's all over the new LDS CD-ROMs also. So, all right, that's my first 5-star book review, and I'll have some others coming out here just shortly. Thanks, you guys. See you later, and remember, have a great life.